And what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is going to be today's Ethereum analysis video. We will only be going over Ethereum today, and while my analysis for Ethereum is that, guys, Ethereum is going up to 250, the end. Okay, bye-bye. No, I'm just kidding. But no, it is. I definitely think it is going up to $250. Okay, that is going to be the next overhead resistance that we have. Okay, 248, 250. I'm gunning for 250 personally. Now, if you're someone who caught my last Ethereum analysis, now I did that in combination with Bitcoin and Chainlink. So it was a very, very small part of that analysis, but you can go and check that out. I will link that above. But Ethereum, guys, is it actually gave us a tell. Okay, now what I was looking for on the ETHUSD chart was, if you just pan on over to the weekly, I've been harping about how Ethereum is just following these beautiful SNR levels. Allow me to just clear my chart of the Ichimoku cloud. Okay, so I've been looking at these SNR levels, okay, the yellow, and I was primarily looking at the 211 here. Okay, this white line, this white horizontal, and I said, okay, guys, if Ethereum manages to take this out on the weekly time frame, okay, we're most likely coming up to that 248, 250 region. Okay, that is going to be the next move that I anticipate. And however, I was telling you guys about the first tell. Okay, and that first tell was very, very clear on the daily time frame. Go on to the daily time frame. Okay, now I'm gonna highlight a horizontal, okay, a line of resistance that Ethereum had been holding for a month. Okay, and this was it right here. I'm actually going to change the color of that, make it a, I don't know, a pink. Okay, now this was the line I was looking at. This was at 215.91. Okay, 215, and I said, guys, Ethereum has been holding this as resistance, daily resistance, for 1 month now. Okay, and we have failed every time to close over it. And the day I conducted that last Ethereum analysis was 1 day prior to us closing this candle, and we actually managed to take that out. Okay, so I did take the trade. I first tried to gun for the retest of this region right here, but I noticed that price was acting very bullish on those lower time frames. It was very, very resilient. So I said, okay, I came to terms with the fact that, okay, it's unlikely that price is going to come down here. It doesn't seem like it wants to budge. I'm just going to adjust my risk, and then I will position myself accordingly. Now, I did manage to take the bid at around this wick right here. Okay, I got it at 219, and yeah, I'm still in the trade. Okay, very much in the Ethereum trade, and I am looking to ride this up to 250. Now I'm playing the range here. However, I am going to present to you well, right now, my case for Ethereum is a bullish case. I do believe that this is extremely bullish. Just taking this out on the daily, the 215 region was a very, very bullish move. However, I feel like because we have 1 day left on that weekly candle close, as well as the monthly candle close, I do believe that prudence is necessary. Okay, I will be looking after my trade today. I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to be watching my trades because of how close we are to these major candle closes. Okay, I do believe anything can happen still. All of this could very well be a trap, but I have to just follow my system. Sure, you're going to find that one reason to not take the trade, okay, but there are like 10 other reasons staring me in the face to say take the trade, and I always follow the other 10. Okay, the only other reason that's stopping me, it is that fear driving the doubt. Okay, but if I had to eradicate that fear, this chart is telling me that this is bullish and it wants to go up to that next point of resistance at $250. But this is what I'll be looking for now. I do believe that 250 is on the books, very much on the books. But now because we close a weekly, okay, in about a day, sorry. And if you just put on that Ichimoku cloud, for those of you who do not have the Ichimoku cloud, you can just pull it up. Okay, it's a free indicator on your indicators list, and the settings that we use here at Mango are the double settings. It's at 20, 60, 120, 30. Okay, pull those settings up and you're going to find the cloud. Now, the last time I took a trade on Ethereum was this candle right here. Okay, now I took this trade right before the weekly close, and what do you know? I took it somewhere around this region right here, around that 212, 211 region. I rode it all the way up to the Kijun, and then I got a little stubborn there. Okay, I took 50% of my profits. I'm like, no, I want to see if this can close. I want to see if this can close above 211. And I remember this being 1 day before that weekly candle close. Okay, and what do you know? I mean, I took 50% profits there. I pulled up my stop loss, but then I got stopped out on the rest of my position because price freaking dumped all the way back down below that 211 region, below my entry price. Okay, so I got stopped out on the other 50% of my position, but price had been hovering now below that 211 region for 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, and now we're currently over it. But I do not want that same thing that happened to me there to happen to me again, right? But the only thing that's really different from back then and from now is how we reacted off of that daily time frame. 215 was key there, okay? 215, even on that last, the last time I took the trade, notice how price on the daily actually closed underneath that level. Okay, so for me, that was pretty major. This was pretty major right here. But anyways, coming back onto the weekly, now for the next weekly close, I want to see if Ethereum, okay, can actually, first of all, take out that 211. I think that would solidify a more bullish picture for Ethereum, at which point I think the new range is going to be from 211 all the way up to 250. That will be super bullish. Okay, at which point I do believe that Ethereum may very well penetrate that weekly cloud. And here's what I want to show you now. If I just zoom out, and I want you to look at how large this cloud is. Imagine having an edge-to-edge trade on Ethereum's weekly cloud. I mean, what the hell is that? If we enter the cloud and we actually have that edge-to-edge from one edge of the cloud to the other edge of the cloud, that's a 52% move to the upside. Okay, and another thing I want you to notice, I do believe that there's some, I don't know, it's like a semblance of some sort of trend line here. Do you see that? And I do believe that if you just sort of drag this out, this has a level of significance here. Okay, like look at these candles here, right here. And as soon as we lost it, you know, we tested it, came back down. I do believe that this is weekly overhead resistance now, which was support back then. Okay, this region right here at around 376. And yeah, I mean, this clearly has some level of significance. Now, if we manage to get up to this region right here and we manage to settle above this diagonal, I do believe that we will be breaking some sort of trend to the upside. Okay, I do believe Ethereum is looking good. However, wait on that weekly candle and approach this chart with a bit of prudence, okay? ETHUSD. Now, actually, let's get on to ETHBDC because we want to get a more holistic view on what Ethereum could very well be doing, okay? Not just against USD, but also against Bitcoin. Because when you're picking your assets, I keep saying this time and time again, and I'm going to keep repeating this, but when you're picking, you know, which bet to take, whether it's on Ethereum or Bitcoin, okay, it's always that BDC chart, it's that ETHBDC chart that will dictate. Because it's essentially comparing the two cryptocurrencies. If ETH is going up on this chart, it's telling you that ETH is the stronger asset. Okay, so let's go and see what this one is doing. Now, I already, trust me, to have my horizontals, but I drew this too long ago. I want to draw in some fresh horizontals. Okay. And choppity chop, 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 choppity chop, chop. Okay, so believe that we have one around here, clearly. Okay, and we need to give this one a bit of importance as well. Okay, so that's a very, very tight range there. Now we do have this one right around here. Okay, and you know what, this, I mean, this held for how many freaking weeks now? Since March. We use this as a bottom, so I'll have to put one right there. But I notice how you can actually kind of draw zones, like these really, really tight zones. And then as soon as, you know, Ethereum breaks out of these tight zones, and I'm talking, the zones that I'm talking about are these sort of tight ranges. There's not much of a gap, right? So I'm looking at this is one zone, and then this is another zone. Okay, and then if you notice, as soon as Ethereum takes out these zones, it kind of gets pushed into a very high volatility range. So let's also pull up the Ichimoku cloud on the weekly time frame, and what do you know? This range right here, this resistance overhead at 261 sats is also in line with that Kijun. Okay, the Kijun is sitting slightly below it. And one thing I want you to notice is that every time, okay, Ethereum has made a run to the upside. I'm just going to switch out those horizontals for a second. Notice how we have gotten rejected off of the Kijun. Okay, the 2 times we managed to do that, we've gotten rejected off of the Kijun both times. So if we manage to take it out, that's going to be the first tell. If we manage to take it out, price is going to get into that weekly cloud. And once again, just like how we have it on ETHUSD, look at the freaking range on that weekly cloud. Okay, entering the weekly cloud here is going to be 167% range to the upside. Okay, that is nothing to be scoffed at. It's over 2x, right? So yeah, I mean, Ethereum is looking good, but I will be looking for, right now, as things stand, I am actually looking for price because of the fact that we have entered a high volatility range. I'm looking for price to actually come all the way up here, okay, meaning the top of that resistance zone, okay, and also the Kijun. If we break that Kijun to the upside, that is going to be your first tell. Okay, that is going to be your first bullish tell. It's going to be the first bullish signal that you get on a higher time frame. Let's go on to the daily and see what we're doing relative to the cloud on the daily. Now, the cloud is red. Okay, price is within the cloud, so usually this is more like a neutral picture. However, I mean, you have the Tenkin moving up aggressively along with that 21 EMA. Now, I'm actually going to switch off my 21 EMA and get on my my simple moving averages. Okay. I like using simple moving averages on Ethereum's chart. I do believe it plays off better. Okay, and yeah, I want you to notice how price sort of reacts off of that 20 simple moving average. Every time we take it out, we make a run for it. We did it right here. We took it out, made a run for it. Right? We took it out here, made a run for it. Yeah, you're gonna get fake outs like this, but every time it does take it out, chances are Ethereum is going up. I mean, it's a good guide, right? What makes something a good guide is how well you're able to manage your position off of that region, off of that level, off of that guide. So I think the 20 simple moving average is pretty decent when you are playing Ethereum and you want to use it as a guide. So far we are living over that 20 simple moving average, so that's pretty neat. Now, what about those lower time frames? 4 hour, and yeah, guys, this is freaking bullish. Look at this. Look at this boy move, right? I mean, cloud is green, price is over the cloud. Okay, we have a bullish TK cross, and yeah, I mean, the Tenkin, Kijun, everything is moving up quite aggressively. Now, what we will be looking for in terms of, taking levels out, if we manage to start living over the daily Ichimoku cloud for starters, I think that'll be a more bullish picture, but just like how we have it on ETHUSD, okay, I do believe this is also a diagonal playing out. I do believe breaking this trend line to the upside is going to have bullish implications. And as things stand right now, I think there's a good chance because of the zone that Ethereum has been pushed into. Okay, I do believe that we're meeting this upper threshold of the zone at 261 sats. And that will be officially breaking the trend line, and I'll be looking for a more bullish move to the upside, possibly even getting into that weekly cloud. Okay, but guys, we are closing a weekly and a monthly, so be careful. Okay, the charts, a lot of charts are looking good, but because we're approaching the end of major timeframes, you want to make sure that you have your risk management in place. That way, you're safe on all these positions. Okay, and yeah, that's all I have for you for today for ETHUSD as well as ETHBTC. I hope this helped, and with this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way, guys. Ciao.